Hi, my name is Allison. Today we're going to be talking about how to create inner peace when outer chaos won't stop. This is uh so much of our culture, right? So much of our culture is driven on outer chaos. So much of our family life is driven on outer chaos. And it is constantly around us and constantly feeling like it's happening to us. It is a very important thing for you to be able to calm yourself, to find peace, to bring yourself into inner stability. It's like learning how to tune a radio to the frequency of what you were always meant to be at. You're set up then in a very healthy way for your mental health, for your physical health, for um, emotional connection, all of it. Okay. So if you've ever felt like everything around me is loud, everything is noisy, my to do list won't quit, the people around me are overwhelming or they're overwhelmed, and I feel like a sponge and I keep absorbing everything. And I want to know how to feel peace, but it feels like I don't have any control over that because I always just get pulled in the direction of all the chaos towards all the things that's happening with them. How do you even do that? If you ever felt like any of those things, you're in the right place. Okay? By the end of these 15 minutes, you're going to understand what's happening internally as far as a structure of these emotions and these sensations and the way that it absorbs or doesn't absorb, and a practical way to understand your separation and how to bring peace back into your life. So, I had this therapist tell me one time that if I was in the middle of a tornado, in the middle of total chaos, um, and I felt like I was looking around at all these things flying around and going crazy and like the chaos happening all around me, and I felt like I had to sort it or fix it or package it or like arrange it or make all those things settle and calm in order for me to feel peace, that was a very unhealthy place to be. But if I could stand there in the middle of all of those things and be self-standing and not need to fix any of it and be able to bring myself into peace myself, then that was an extremely healthy place to be. Now, she said that, and my mind was like, yeah, sounds amazing. I want that. And I never quite got it in that particular situation because I didn't understand at the time what I know now. So a conventional kind of approach to this is to be almost a little surface level and say things like, well, you have to let go of what's happening in all these places. You have to let go of the guilt of not fixing it. You have to let go of um, trying to control, or you have to just go and just be by yourself and take care of yourself. And it never really kind of made sense to me how I was supposed to take this idea of me as a standalone person of peace apart from the outer chaos. How do I integrate that? How do I actually do that in my life? It didn't really ever make sense to me until I started to lay it all out and draw it all out and realize where I had power and where I didn't. So let me do that for you. All right. Not that one. This one. So let's say that this is you. And right now you're feeling all the effects in your body, all the effects of the chaos all around you. Crazy! Ah! Maybe some people are mad. Maybe some people are upset. Maybe there's just craziness everywhere. And it feels right now like everything is kind of closing in, right? And it's just all on top of you and all around you, and there's no way to not be it. It is you. It's like you're merged together. One thing that really helps me is to understand that I have all of this actual space around me and inside me and between me and between people. There's literally so much space. All of these emotions and these energies of the chaos, it feels like it's on top of us and surrounding us and being absorbed by us because our brain has been interpreting sensations with that story. So this right here, that is not actually all on top of you, all around you. And I even recommend you do this. I recommend you say, okay, right now in my body, let me look at all the air molecules around me. Like, look at all this air. You know how they say that energy is like everything and matter is just a tiny, 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 tiny bit, even within your own body. If you were to condense get all the energy out and condense all the matter, it would be like, it would, I don't even remember what they said, but it would be so, so small, the actual matter that you're dealing with. So all of that is energy. Energy we can move. Energy we can work with. Energy is something that's interpreted constantly by our brain. So what you're really experiencing right now when you feel like a sponge, when you feel like you don't know how to create a sense of stability in yourself because of all these things outside of you, what's happening is that things are happening outside of you. People are saying things. People are asking for things. Other people have emotions. Other people have words and thoughts and actions. And your brain is telling you, oh, that action from this person over here, that thing they said to me, that becomes a burden I have to carry. But this burden you have to carry is actually just an idea that your brain has offered you. It's an idea. It's not actually a burden that you have to carry. These are not actually burdens that you have to carry. These are not actually things that merge with you, that are on top of you, that belong to you, that just can't get off of you. It's not actually any of that. It's all interpretations of what your brain thinks is happening because your body feels stuff. So let's say it like this. Let's erase some of this so we can see better. All right. So if somebody says something, and it feels, okay, words coming at you, and you end up feeling like a gut punch, like someone just punched you in the gut. Your brain is saying, oh, that's because of this thing that we have to take care of. Instead of just saying, oh, that felt really crappy. I have a gut punch inside me. Or maybe it's something like this. This person has an expectation. They say, I have a request. And you hear that, and immediately your brain starts going like, oh, how do I solve that? How do I solve that? How do I solve that? Oh, it's this or that, it's this, that. And your body responds to your brain by being like, oh, worried and concerned. And how do I do this? And what did I do? And should it be this or should it be that? Your body is reflecting the association that your brain is having about this thing that happened. Those are the steps. Things happen externally outside of you. Your brain interprets them in the subconscious way that it does, and it's not something you're necessarily knowing that it's happening. It's a default thing that's happening, and your body is having a response by having all these sensations. So when somebody says something and you start to feel all the stuff in your body, it makes you feel like all of these emotions from someone else, all of these words from someone else, all of these, expectations or chaos or feelings, it makes you think that they're all on top of you, but they're not. They're only the associations that are making you believe these are something I can't just let go of. I can't release myself from. I can't find peace until I solve it, because you believe that it's your responsibility to take care of all these things. Now, That is very deeply ingrained. And there's no shame in that whatsoever. It's such, especially for people who are over responsible by nature, and we often pair with people who let us be over responsible. And that can be in any environment, your household environment, your career, it could be all of it. We have to recognize that there's separation. So the goal here then becomes, how do I build my own inner sanctuary where all of these things from other people get stopped at the entrance? I can say stuff, but right here, there's like a block. You'd be like, hold on a second. I get to decide if you come in. Wait, just hold on. Because inside of this bubble of mine, I get to control the energy. I get to control the feelings. I get to control how we come to peace, how we come to rest. It's about learning how to have a border, how to, it's like an energetic boundary, but if boundaries feels like something you have to do, I want to differentiate, because this is more like you becoming a walking boundary of your own inner space. This is your space. You always have space to breathe. You always have room. It's just a matter of learning how to interact with your brain that's interpreting all these things outside of it in all these ways. And then it's about learning how to work with your body, because your body is the one having the effect of all of these things your brain is having interpretations about. So, at a very, very practical level, the one thing that you can take away today is to say, okay, I'm going to imagine there is a bubble around me. And inside of this bubble, at any time, I get to step in, I get to recognize it. It's always there, but I get to recognize it, and I get to basically say, oh, wait, those borders that weren't there, we're just magically, we're going to bring them back up. Here they are. Borders are back. They're back. We're putting them back up. Okay, since they're there and everybody else's emotions are on the other side, I can recognize that my body might still have responses and sensations, but there is a difference between theirs over there and mine right here. There's a difference between theirs over there and mine right here. And I get to hold a boundary line, a magical boundary line of saying, inside of here, whenever I want to, I can walk away, I can take a breath, I can imagine all this space right around me. I can imagine that that space is filled with the smells and the colors and the warmth and the ease of a favorite place. And I can just be there for a minute, and I can say, here inside, this is my responsibility. This is my dominion. This is my queendom. Those are just external things that people are making requests of me. And when I want to, I can respond to them. But I'm going to give myself a space for a second here to bring myself back to my peace is in my control. I get to choose to be inside of this space and feel peace because I do, because it is my birthright. Because this environment was mine to control. That's what was given to me, not all of these other spaces. Those were given to them. And this is the game. This is the overview of the game, because you really can find a peaceful, quiet, grounded, centered space inside of you no matter what you're experiencing. And it doesn't have to take a lot of time. I can bring my body to that in an instant. Never used to be able to. It took time. It took time in practicing, learning how to do this. And I will say that if you have somebody in your corner with you, regularly, constantly helping you calibrate to this kind of framework, you're going to get there so much faster. It's not going to take you months. It's not going to take you years to learn how to live like this. It is so much faster working with somebody. So if that sounds like something that you're like, yeah, I need this in my life and I need it now, please click the link in the description below and book a call to find out about my one-on-one mentorship program. I would love to talk to you, tell you all about it. There's no pressure and it's totally free. I do only work with a few committed women at a time. So if you feel like it's time and you're ready to stop struggling to figure out this framework on your own, I highly recommend giving that a click and booking yourself a call. All right, so remember, when you start to feel like the chaos outside of you is too much, you're absorbing it, you don't know what to do, it's all over top of you, remember, it's not actually over top of you. There is a barrier, there is a separation. It's there, you're here, and inside of this space, you get to choose however you want to feel. So you can breathe in and start to play with the feeling of, how do I feel peace here? How do I come back to a deeper sense of deeper groundedness and peace? And that's how you start. All right, so if you like stuff like this, I talk about this kind of thing all the time on the channel. We're always drawing stuff in here. And you might be interested in the video that is about 3 daily habits to build internal safety in uncertain times. I know that that is something we all need all the time. There's lots of videos on there about the mind-body connection, about how to map out and see what's happening within our system so that we can have the power and ownership that we were meant to have. And remember, if you're ready for personalized support, click the link below and book a call with me. I am very curious about your experience with this, so let me know. And I will be back for more support to help you navigate connecting your smart brain to your wise body so you can live happy, strong, and free.